Yo guys, what's up? So on this one, I'm gonna tell you how to you exactly install a kiddie shell. Like, let me give you some demo. This is a kiddie shell. You can move between a cell just like a terminals, and you can like zoom a particular shell. Like if I do Prakash and echo Astute, echo anything. So I have to like three different terminals open. Oh, it's not like you can open only three. You can open multiple terminals how much you want. You can just delete that terminals if you want, and you can move between the terminals. So if I want to like do a full screen on this, if I'm doing something like crazy here, like a lot of things are going on here, and I want to like toggle between this, so you can just press Control Z, and it will just fully screen that particular terminal. And if you could do Control Z again, it will just zoom out. So it's that, and so it's pretty much cool terminal you can see, and also it has some like key highlight. If I do nmap, you can see a color script color and like color.com. It's have some colors, and it also has some like help. Like if I do go webster hyphen dir, or I haven't used that, I can do ls. It will just tell me like if I am doing something, it will just help me to know what command is like gonna come next. Or it also fetch from a history of my bash, like history. So the thing is like nothing is how do you set up this kiddie terminal. So let change everything to default. So first you have to install kiddie. If you are in a like a Debian based distro, you just have to do apt install. You just go and sudo apt install kiddie, and after that you gonna install a kiddie. But you saying that I already have a kiddie to its latest version. So you first do that, and by default the kiddie won't look like this. For that you have to go to a config file, then you might have a kiddie. On kiddie, I'm just gonna remove the kiddie file first, kiddie.conf file, and let's close this. So by default the kiddie will look something like this, not even this. Like if I do bash or jss, like it will show like kali or kali like stuff. But after that I want to tell you how exactly you can make it cool. So once you install a kiddie shell, I want you to go to my GitHub page that I do like spend some couple of hours to make this custom kiddie configuration. So you come to a kiddie.conf file, and you can either download this conf file or you can just copy as a raw file. Just open a terminal and just go to the same directory, kiddie, and I want you to make a new file, or you can just overwrite if you want with a kiddie.conf file. After that, paste everything it is, like no any changes is required. So the moment you do this, just turn off the terminal or reboot once. You'll see already a cool looking terminal, but this is not a by default. It will show Kali and Kali, or whatever distro you have, or depends upon the distro. If you are having an Arch or something Parrot, it may get changed. I want you to do like if you want to keep a kiddie cell as a default, you just go to settings and go on a default applications, and there you go to utilities and select a terminal emulator to a kiddie. That's that means whenever you boot Control Shift T or any shortcut key of terminal, it will default boot a kiddie shell. Or you can just click on the default icon of this terminal, it will also boot a default by a kiddie shell. So after that, I want to do a default like a shell to a bash because of a reason. So to do that, after you do everything, I want you to just a second, remove your bash file, like whatever you have. Let's remove the bash file. It is on your bash.rc on your home directory, or if you don't know the home directory, you can just do this sign and just go for a bash.rc file, and it will just remove your bash rc. So if I uh, you know see my bash.rc and vim bash.bashrc, I haven't removed that actually. So just let me remove that file .bashrc. So So by default it will look like something this. And once you do that, I want you to copy the bash archi file of this to all and just nbeam the bash archi and save it. Now you can see I don't have a color highlight or everything, like it's a shit, right? No one wants that kind of terminal. But once you like make changes, you'll find a cool looking terminal. And still something is missing, like I'm not getting autocomplete and color highlight, like I'm not getting a color right on any of the command. So just wait a little, I'll tell you how you exactly can do that. But if you see, you also have to change the default shell to a bash. For that, we have one more command, just a single line of command, so no need to panic. It's chashas, which actually tells which shell to use. If I do a bash, so by default it will use a bash shell, or if you want to change it to later to JSS, you can do that. But as of now, I'm gonna do bash and give a shell a password. Like whenever now we boot up, it will by default boot a bash shell. But still something is missing, right? So what's that? The color highlighting. Yeah, I'm not getting a color, or I'm not getting a hint of what commands will come next, or it's not picking from my history. uh so what to do that for this? So to do that, you, you go to any, like any folder you want, and you need to install a, like you just come back to this page, the same GitHub page, and I mentioned there a code. You can just go there, scroll down a bit, you'll find a installation code, like just a second, it is here, like quick installation to a bash rc. And if you have a JSS, you can just append to the JSS, but I also suggest to use a bash rc. So first you'll copy the first command to clone the repo. Yeah, after that, just do a make installation to a .local file. Yeah, there you go. So the last step is to append, like to tell every time whenever you boot a bash file to execute this particular script. So to do that, we'll just copy this one and paste it there. So you can restart like the terminal. Every time you restart a terminal, you'll get this. Now you can see how it's gonna pick, like I can do nmap, it's like auto, it's trying to auto complete this stuff. Now you can see color also, I can do il, or I can give anything I want. Now you can see it's giving color hint, whatever you can do, man. Like it's a cool thing. Now you can split the terminal as much you want. You can move between the terminals, and you can do full screen. And one more thing the KDE support is image file. Like if I have some image, let me show. I think I do have image and pictures. Yeah, I have some image and pictures. So I'll quickly show you that. So go to pictures, so like whatever image you want to render on a KDE shell, you go to a KDE iChat and just give the image name, that is this one. So it's gonna render the image in there. So that's that easy, right? So I can do iCat, like I can render any image I want. Oh, KDE iCat, like it's gonna render the image on the terminal. So it's pretty cool. Like most of the terminal can't do that, but it's really good at that. And I hope you guys you enjoyed this. You whenever you boot a terminal, it will by default boot a KDE, and it's pretty cool. Like I'm loving this one, and I hope like you should also give it a try. So that's all for this stream. See you guys. Good night.